You will have nothing, and some of you will be very excited.
An age of amazing abundance, where anyone can have anything they can think of. Money won't matter in 2036.
Because you have nothing, and everyone has nothing. The elites will be able to control your money. So there is going to be a fake egalitarian society where people just have the same things.
In this video, Prophet Uebert exposes the agenda that the devil is trying to perpetrate through the modern tech system and the elites. He goes on to reveal prophetically where the world is heading to in the next couple of years. Watch this.
Where the world is taking humanity is a different and dark place. There are going to be a lot of movements by people of the spiritual world that are in this natural, who are in the political field, that when they do something, it looks like they are actually doing it for you, and they are not doing it for you. There are things that the globalists are doing, really dark things that do not seem as if they are dark. It just seems as if this is nothing. And we understand that the time we are in, as the Bible says, that these are the end times. Eskatos. That's the word that they use in the Greek. Eskatos. The way the politicians are just thinking, it can't make sense. It can't be, the thoughts coming to their minds can't be imagined by normal human beings. Number one, there is going to be something that you're going to see. Number one, which will be pardoning of all. Did you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Pardoning of all debts. We're not talking about national debts only here. We're talking about your debt too. So what's evil about this? Very simple. For them to introduce what they need to introduce, which is, of course, the central bank digital currency and the IDs, they have to bring in a different currency. So the ID is simply a precursor. They are trying to bring a different currency, which will actually usher in the world governing body, where the world is going to be ruled one body, or rather one person. Now that means I've already given you the second one, while I'm on the first one. But you say all this is going to happen later on when we have one person. But this time is going to be the elite that will rule the whole world. And they're doing it starting from where? Telling you that we are going to forgive debts. But they're not forgiving debts the way you think. They will tell you that debts are going to be written off. We are pardoning all debts. So if your country owed this, don't worry, 20%, 30%, 40%. In fact, don't worry about it. You owed us in US dollars, but now we have another currency and you don't need to transfer your debt. Just adopt ours. You're getting this now?
Yes, sir. We're getting it.
But in order for you to adopt ours, you should actually allow us to give you digital IDs. So you think the whole thing is about digital IDs? It's not. The whole concept is to bring digital IDs so that we can bring another currency. Have you noticed, and I've told you this several times, have you noticed that we have Namibia, Zambia, the whole of Africa, so to speak, or Asia, so to speak, that are in debt? These countries are in debt. And they're going down. Yet America is in debt. I believe trillions. And yet, it never goes down. Because the debt is in US dollars. So America can keep printing its own US dollars. We can't print US dollars to give America. It will be a crime. One thing you ought to understand is this, that all these currencies that we have right now, they are no longer gold backed. Now they are debt backed, or rather debt based. The more you print the money, the more it loses value. And when it loses value, the more you print. And the higher the prices. And people become more dependent on you than on themselves. But if you have digital ID, you bring something like a digital ID, the whole system is under one control, one sender. Now they can then say, you know what? We'll forgive all debts, don't worry, because you people are too much in debt. Guess what? You feel so much relieved. Oh, wow. So if I just use the syndrome banking digital coin, the CBDCs, I use this, the US dollar debt is gone. Yeah, it's gone. Just use ours. Now I have digital ID and I know exactly where you are, and I'm using crypto technology. That means every coin is recorded and registered on who spent it, where spent it on what, and every product I buy is got codes to say you actually bought product 1295. So guess what happens? I'm able to control you, know exactly what you spent, where and when. This is the point. Why is that evil? It simply then means I know exactly where you are. I can tell you you have used your credits. I'm already telling you what will happen. I'm telling you you've used up your credits for food this week. They didn't get that. Right now you buy whatever you want. You understand? But imagine getting into a shop and you're told, you know what? You have the money in your account. We have the food. By the law of the government, you've eaten too much this week. It'll be, if you want to fly, because of the digital ID, because of the currency that they now control, they can say the money is there but it's frozen. They can't freeze your cash.
That's right.
And cash was causing the banks not to get money. You see, wherever economies are debt-based, what then happens is the banks are the chief. They're the ones that control the governments. But when we use cash and ignore banks, they have nowhere to charge.
That's right.
So this allows these elites to steal from you consistently. So what do we do to actually avoid these movements and measures? Number one, as my man of God, Pastor Chris says, they live in our world. We don't live in theirs. We control them. By prayer, we control them. We will not allow them to take over while we are still here.
Yes, sir.
It's either the rapture happens and we live for 7 years and come back as their leaders. Or before the rapture happens, they will introduce it in a measure, but they will not affect us.
Yes, sir.
They didn't get that. They will introduce it in a measure. They will try everything. Though right now, let me tell you something. Right now, in they are doing it in one district in China. The whole town, the whole district is now doing this whole thing. Digital IDs. They know where you are. If you steal from there, they can find you on the cameras and say that's the guy. He's standing by this location and that location. What are they doing? It looks like that's wonderful technology. But that's the tech the devil will use in the end time. And never say I didn't warn you, because I know some of you are just sitting there like, oh, okay. And guess what? What will happen when they introduce these central bank digital currencies? Do you know what happens? These crypto coins that you have will go down. Ask yourself, why are they not adopting Bitcoin and they're introducing their own? Because they don't want you to use the Bitcoin. They want to introduce another one to compete with the Bitcoin. And the moment they bring something to compete with Bitcoin, then they will start to sanction and even put legal, parameters around Bitcoin. To a point that it will be a crime selling Bitcoin without their permission. This is in a few years' time, and they will start it within a few months.
Wow.
But within a few years, it will be implemented as everywhere, almost everywhere. You start realizing that that's all they're trying to do. So what do we do? Remember what I said? Prayer will change them, because we are saying they live in our world, we don't live in their world.
Yes, sir.
Unless the church is taken and they can introduce it freely. Free course, just as free course. But now, at this point, whilst we are here, as the temples of the Holy Spirit, it's going to be very difficult to implement what they want to implement. I want you to go to Isaiah chapter number 10. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, that write grievousness which they have prescribed. In other words, you are the one who prescribed pain. Then you act as if you are not involved.
Yet you are the one.
You have the solution and you create the problem. So you know the problem, you are the only one with the solution. So you create the problem and you say, but no one has the solution, we have it.
Wow.
I like what God does. He makes them a joke. The other thing you're going to see is an overthrow of governments.
Wow.
Even formations of new countries, you're going to see it.
Formations.
Yes, you see, they didn't get it. How can I be bold like this to say there are new countries coming?
Formations.
For he saith, are you not my princes altogether kings? In other words, let me translate. The devil says, are not all these people I'm using presidents? They didn't get that.
Wow.
In other words, I'll use your leaders, I'll use your presidents, I'll use your prime ministers. So you have to be careful what comes out of your prime minister and the president. What comes out of your minister. Be careful. 9. Is it not Kauno as Kakemish? Is it not Hamath as Apad? Is not Samaria as Damascus? He's saying all this is the same. I have my presidents and my prime ministers in these locations. I don't care what country and how sophisticated your country is. As long as it is a leader, I control the leader. That's what he's saying. So in verse number 8, he's saying my princes are altogether kings. How? How can princes be kings? So he's saying to me, they are my children. I'm using them. They're my spiritual sons.
They're my offspring.
They are my offspring. Jesus said, you are for your father the devil. So Jesus then comes in and inspires this verse. Of course, he's the Lord. So he's in the Old Testament and the New. And he says it this way, that all these presidents, are they not my princes? Are they not my spiritual sons? They are. They're my children. But guess what? They have one thing in common. They are all presidents and prime ministers and leaders and kings. So I control them. Then he says, verse number 9, since they are controlled by presidents and leaders, guess what we're going to do? Is not Kauno as Kakemish. Is not Japan as China. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
It's not Zimbabwe as South Africa.
We got it.
If you, it's not Mozambique as Kenya. That's what he's saying. He's saying it's the same. They are all led by leaders. And I will control the leaders who are submissive to me.
That's the difference.
So if a president in this country is not submitted to the devil, then he is not his prince, so he is not his president. As my hand hath found the kingdoms of the idols. Do you see what he says? He says, I'm the one who started the kingdoms of idols. That means idols. Malika shaktokus kekata. Ha! Says all your presidents are my children. So I don't care where you go to, whatever country you go to. As long as there is a president, I will influence that president to become my son. And then I control the president, I control everyone. So the devil is saying, I have all my sons in different locations. When I want to implement what I want to implement, it's easy. I control my sons. Wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his war work upon Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, I'll punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria. Now God comes in now and is now saying, I'll also do this. I'll also do this. I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria, who was talking there and boastful, and the glory of his high looks. What will I do? For he says, by the strength of my hand have I done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent. This is the devil boasting. And I've removed the boundaries of the people. Do you see what? UN, European Union. Hello. Now the Bible is saying the devil prides himself in removing boundaries so people can be one. And I have robbed their treasures. Aha. You see what he's trying? They are trying to do what I told you right now. Pardoning debt, but it's not a pardon debt. There is something behind it. What is he trying to say? He's now saying, the devil said, I'm going to remove the boundaries, and everyone is going to have a digital ID. And guess what? You're going to be controlled from one system. We know you where you are. You're going to be safe. We know exactly where you were killed if you're going to be killed, and we would know exactly who killed you because we will actually triangulate what ID card was where. So it will come as if it is for your security. But remember what the devil is boasting about? I removed the boundaries. What is the digital ID going to be? The world over, we're going to have a digital ID in the central location where we can report to and say, here is where my name is this, and boom, that is the thing. And I've removed the bounds of the people, and they've robbed their treasures. So that's exactly what I want to do. I want to rob your treasury. So that the elites, this is another point, the elites will be able to control your money. You will have nothing, and some of you will be very excited. Because you have nothing, and everyone has nothing. So there is going to be a fake egalitarian society. It's like a socialist republic. They tried it in Cuba. It has not worked. Where people just have the same things. Only the elites will be having all these things that they want. You see, everything is culminating into this eschatos. We know exactly why everything is moving to a close. You just don't realize it. And you see one problem? The door has started opening. And if it opens, you will not be able to close it. So defiance is the only way. If they say they want digital ID, you say no. The day they are expecting you to take ID cards, you all say no. I know. There are going to be people who say no, we will take it. But imagine if they expecting 60 million to take this and 500,000 come up and say, yeah, we are taking it. But the other 60 say we don't. It becomes a failure. It becomes a whole failure. I don't know if you're getting it. The biggest point here that I want you to make is, I'm not going to be assisting the devil in doing this.